course, Neil Robertson, who sent us that tweet, practices with Joe Perry in Cambridge. Good pals they are.
Yes, nice shot from Joe. Safety's been pretty good, and like you said, the safety has been good, but the O'Sullivan long game has been exceptional. He missed just one in the previous frame, which was pressurised.
How many more twists are there going to be? Quite a few, possibly. He's still got to win this. He's got to win 2 frames. But certainly the manner in which he won the last one is going to give him a lot of confidence. He's really stood up to it there. Long potting, just superb from O'Sullivan today. He was 100%, he's now 92, still excellent.
And once again, he couldn't get straight on a red. And this is a pretty awkward table with all the reds converging around the black there. So he can't get involved in the high value colour. But he can always find a way.
Not gone to a decider yet, of course, but he's not played one here at the Crucible since 2005, where he beat Steve Maguire 10-9 in the first round. A match he certainly could have lost. Maguire was 9-7 up. O'Sullivan would prefer 13-11, I'm sure.
$16. $70.
Well, that's helped for later on with just the one red on the black spot, which if you could get on it, then he could really get the black back on its own spot within 2 or 3 shots. Key shot coming up though, colour to the next red. That sort of line would do, even if it's not in the circle.
19.
And he's on that red. That was a great shot from Ronnie. Great shot. That's why he's a wonderful break builder. As I say, if you go back 2 or 3 shots when I said that there was red all around the black spot. Well, look at it now. Things have changed.
20.
He's never been ahead in the match.
27.
Is this the moment?
28.
Beautiful little shot once again. Well, I mean, none of us know how this match is going to end up, but one thing I will say straight away is that Ronnie looks more up for it than he did in the first two
35.
sessions. He looked decidedly rocky, I thought, when he started the match a couple of days ago. On the
36.
Thursday, yesterday, he was battling away, but he still wasn't quite there. As I say, win or lose, this is the O'Sullivan that we've seen earlier in the season, winning the big tournaments. Just his demeanour is better, everything's better. And as a consequence, his game is better.
41.
Ronnie winning the prestige events earlier in the season, the Champion of Champions, first running of that, the Masters. These are big tournaments that players want to win to prove they are the best. And few would argue that he is the best in the world right now.
$42. $45. $46.
Here's how it started with that cracking long red. They've been flying in all morning.
Oh, good shot was the cry from the banks
51.
of supporters over on the right, so I think he's on the red. Yeah. There's a real rhythm in his cue action. He almost got a little bit ahead of himself in the frame before the mid-session interval when he was on a red, comfortable red, but he just looked away up the table and should have started the shot again. He took a slight liberty with the game there. But the confidence is there, and this has been lovely to watch.
59. 60.
Doesn't get slower under pressure, O'Sullivan, does he? He just continues at that same rhythm.
Something about this session, this Saturday morning, second
67.
Saturday morning, always seems to produce thrilling finishes. I remember
68.
years and years ago, young Stephen Hendry played Jimmy White on the Saturday morning session. That went the distance. That was an incredible match, which Jimmy won.
75.
Well, Sullivan here in 2014 is in front for the first time,
76.
and he's done it playing great stuff. Last two frames, just superb.
$83. 84.
So Joe Perry has got to try and get in and get going in the next frame to take this the distance. Can't afford to leave him a shot, it seems, because the long red he potted at the start of the frame. It's not like it was over the pocket, but he knocked it in all the same. Well, cometh the hour, cometh the man. Slightly overrun here. Needs yellow and green for a century. Well, what about that one? He's playing so well all of a sudden, and this is for a century.
102.
Well, you won't see many better century breaks than this. Even if it was in your local club,
106.
played under no pressure, it would be almost faultless, but really, with a chance of his world title going here, don't forget, it still could, but he could have ended his two-year reign as world champion in this session, but that's not
117.
got into his mind at all. It's been the most gorgeous break to watch. Complicated as well at times, and brilliant.
Certainly was. 124 clearance from Ronnie O'Sullivan. He has just stepped it up, hasn't he? And he leads here at the Crucible, 12-11.